Of carrying the Clemson banner toward a national championship. At the start of the season, Florida State was ranked #1, but their championship hopes were dashed on opening night when they were shut out by Miami. It was a nightmare. But the Seminoles remain one of the strongest teams in the nation. Their mission today, gain back some respect in the football community. Florida State visits Clemson's Death Valley today on CBS. And it will be a soggy Death Valley as CBS Sports welcomes you to college football 1988.
A very good draw team.
All three of the wide receivers are out there. On 3rd and 3, they show a slot formation to the left. And they will run Allen for another first down as he busts out to midfield. 12-yard burst. Here he is again. It is a short 3. Johnson, and they pitch it out to Allen for another first down. 3rd and 11. They'll test Rodney's arm this time. Straight back. The far sideline, caught out of bounds.
He said Gary Cooper was out of bounds here. Remember, you have to come down with at least 1 foot in college football. The ball is pretty well thrown, although he leaves him too far away from the defender. His foot is on the line there, and that's out of bounds. Good call by the official. And
good defense by Felton Hayes. No score in Clemson, South Carolina. And with Pat Hayden and Pat O'Brien, I'm Brent Musburger. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Here comes the end around, and they're going to throw off it. Plenty of time. They go downfield. He's all alone. Cooper's got it for a touchdown. Gary Cooper from Chip Davis. 61-yard Clemson touchdown.
Here's Chip Davis, the wide receiver who came out around in the reverse. Gary Cooper, perhaps the best athlete on this team after Derek Dodge fell down. Easy catch for the score.
That's Anthony, number 8. Dawsey, 29, to the top of your screen. Off a fake. Ferguson sets the screen to Carter, and it was read beautifully by Mervyn Green, number 99. For Clemson. The 10-man rush is set against him. The freshman, 1 step and gone from Stone Mountain, Georgia, and Dion signals for the fair catch in the... It is longer than that. Like, they put the ball back at the 41-yard line. It's 3rd and 15. Ferguson straight back. Throws to the far side. Open is Carter, and Carter is in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Florida State. A 40-yard pass from Ferguson to Carter.
We just talked about how they're more versatile with Dexter Carter in the backfield. This time he lines up the backfield, runs all the way down the left side, and outruns the defender. The ball is thrown in beautifully for the easy score.
The linebacker could not stay with him. And we'll be back with Florida State and Clemson tied. Standing back on their own 2-yard line. A short kick. They collide. It's down and loose on the fumble.
But
But Joe Henderson was able to fall on the loose ball. The two deep men came up and they collided. A miscommunication back there as no one called who was to receive it.
I got it, you take it.
Fullback set in front of him. Lewis and Anthony, the wide receivers. They show end around and Lewis is surrounded. He's going to throw on it. He's got the back. Allen out to the 15 for a Clemson first down. Big play. Williams to the far sideline. Incomplete. He had him open. Down to Williams left. They throw to Cooper. And Cooper is free at midfield. Deion Sanders, the fastest man on the field, comes over, and the penalty marker comes down on the tackle, which was up at the helmet. Yard line. It's 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. Williams, quick pop, complete. He hits Hooper inside the 10-yard line. Carolina, and we'll be right back with the score tied.
There we go.
What a great setting this is in South Carolina, western part of the state, close to the Georgia border. Not far from Greenville, Spartanburg. Great football fans, just as they are down in Tallahassee. They love their teams. Now 3rd and inches. There's the first down. Johnson from the fullback spot, and the drive continues. Goal. Williams keeps it. Touchdown, Clemson. Left in the first half. Clemson 14, Florida State 7. Up here, they want this Tiger team to go for the championship. The penalty marker comes down on the far side. On into the locker room. So we've come to the end of the first half with Clemson leading Florida State 14-7. We had 2 big passing plays. Clemson scoring first, then Florida State came back to tie it. And a beautiful 99-yard drive. It was set up on 3rd down from the 1 when Williams hit this critical play in that first half. That's total yards, 232 to 71, and only 1 rushing yard for Florida State. Had the problem.
This is the 3rd game in a row they have not rushed the ball, and it's the interior of the line, the center and the 2 guards. They're getting no push against this Clemson defense. I think it's tough to be a finesse passing team.
Williams in at fullback. O'Malley in motion to lead the fullback straight ahead, and the defense was ready for him. Great defensive stand that time. Otis Moore, number 81, got underneath. And 9. Williams back. Incomplete. The ball was deflected. Allen coming underneath, and the crowd continues to boo. Opportunity here to block a punt. However, it's a 1-step punter, and Chris Gardocki has gotten it off. The young man from Stone Mountain, Georgia. You're going to hear a lot from him. He'll be a field goal kicker as well as a punter here. He whacks it, and now it'll be Deion Sanders from the 24. In the middle, twists his way, finds an alley. Now it's just the punter. He'll outrun it. It's going to be a touchdown, Florida State. Deion Sanders. There are no penalty markers down. An electrifying 76-yard run. He comes into the middle. Just a little bit of a crack, a seam he kind of slides through, and then he explodes. We're talking about 4.21 world-class speed. That was the timing by the pro scouts last spring. What a run by Sanders. We'll be right back. So he comes out into the sunlight. Nice run, Deion.
Jones, I love you, baby. I love you.
Floyd is in front of Sammy Smith. Lewis goes in motion for the Seminoles. Ferguson off the fake. Rolling to the right. Throws deep for Floyd. He's got it. Into Clemson territory to the 42-yard line. A 34-yard gain. A first down pass. Beasley caught him. Split backs behind Ferguson. Ferguson going to throw again on first down. Has time. He hits Anthony in the middle. Fumble. Clemson ball. They have changed their mind. It has gone back.
I thought Chavis had recovered it as well.
He had recovered it, and they took it away from him underneath.
Good protection again for Ferguson, who's very confident right now. Terry Anthony turns it upfield. The ball pops loose clearly there. You can't really tell.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ferguson back. Throwing deep. And a beautiful catch at the 1-yard line. A brilliant catch. Bruce Lazane makes the grab. A 36-yard pass play. Williams and Smith in the backfield. 3 tight ends. Power I. Williams, touchdown. Seminoles lead. Sets it up with a spectacular catch. He's 6'4", 210 pounds. He replaced Anthony after Anthony fumbled the ball away. The ability of the Seminoles to go back inside that pile and grab that loose ball is what saved this touchdown. Down to Coach Ford's camp, but he liked it down here. Yeah. 2 that got away from Joe Paterno. Ferguson on first down, fires complete to Carter. Carter slips free for another first down. All inside the Clemson 30-yard line. Ferguson straight back, fires to Lewis, who cuts inside, down at the 14-yard line. Floyd, the running back. Ferguson over the middle, almost intercepted. Looking for his first field goal of the season. And it was partially blocked. Partially blocked, and Andrews now 0 for 3 on the season. Shut down by this Seminole defense. Only 47 total yards for the Tigers in this half. Williams throws to the far side. Cooper going up, can't hold on. It's incomplete. That was Leroy Butler, number 6. He's out of Jacksonville. And
that's a great play because that ball was caught by Cooper. He made a super catch and adjustment on the ball, but Butler waited, and when he caught it, then he just knocked it right out of his hands. He waits, then he knocks it out. That's terrific defense.
Deion Sanders set to return. Sanders driven back inside the 35. Lets it bounce dead, and there is a penalty flag. They did rough the freshman punter this time. He got off a 51-yarder, and he drew the roughing penalty.
Walked into the punter in college football. Unlike the pros, that is still a penalty. Did a little better job of acting that time, too, Brent.
5-yard penalty decline. We'll have a first down.
15 minutes. 6 yards needed for the first down. They must get to the 39. Ferguson has been brilliant here so far in the second half. And this is Floyd off the draw. He gets the first down. All right, Jim, so this quarter looms even bigger as far as Clemson's title aspirations are concerned. Should Miami stumble? Now Ferguson from the pocket throws, and another great catch by Lazane. What an afternoon he has had. So the ratings will take another turn today. Diving try by Lazane, incomplete. That time.
Yeah. I think my kids are going to want me to bring one of those home, those Tigers.
There's the stat that tells you what's happened this half so far. Now it's 3rd and 20. Ferguson for Lassane, who slipped down, colliding with Lott, and now a penalty flag comes in.
To catch it.
Offensive pass interference. Lassane pushing off against Lott inside the 10-yard line. Jennings coming in motion. Johnson again breaks free for the first down. It's out to the 47-yard line. First down for the Tigers. The freshman gets another one off. The return is set. Deion Sanders at the 20-yard line tries to cut it back, and he is swarmed. Lassane and Lewis are the wide men. Ferguson flushed from the pocket by Johnson. Johnson running him down from behind. 14, 7:28 to go. We'll be right back. At first and 15 for the Tigers. Ball back on the 40. They show motion. Throw near side, complete to Hooper. Rodney Williams with his first completion of the second half with 6:54 to go. He's right behind the quarterback. He's got it. He slid off a block and a would-be tackle beautifully that time. And it's going to be very close.
The Florida State staff are very concerned about the mark.
The mark will tell it all. It is very close. Florida State is arguing that the chain was not free, that part of the linkage in the chain was tied up. They had already signaled first down. There's going to be a rhubarb over this.
Now the defensive captain can ask them to measure again.
Deion Sanders said that chain, there was more to come. Now let's see what happens. First down. 4 minutes and 32 seconds. Here's the tailback. He takes the toss, turns it upfield on the left side. Ball's free, recovered by Clemson. The wide receiver fell on the ball. 11 yards for the first down. The fullback is free in the middle. Touchdown! Touchdown, Clemson! But the freshman, Chris Gardocki, who has punted all day, is still available too if they can get the ball back. And that's a huge number right there. Clemson with 2 timeouts remaining and Florida State with none. Ferguson with time, and he loses it. A diving effort for the interception. And it's incomplete. A fake. They ran the fake for a first down. Florida State springs the big play. It's Leroy Butler down the side. Butler out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a gutsy call by Bobby Bowden.
Unbelievable. The ball was snapped to the upback. The upback, number 49, Dane Williams, gets the ball. Then he's going to go around and he hands the ball to Leroy Butler, and he faked everybody out. Unbelievable.
And Butler in a foot race for the end zone. 78 yards. Williams for the touchdown. Florida State will beat Clemson this afternoon. And there is the argument between the coach and the officials. Dan he knows that the time had run out on the 25-second clock. That's what he was arguing down there.
Plus, Brent, there should have been a penalty when they tried to call a timeout, the official signaled it, and they didn't have any left.
Now, why would Bobby have his field goal kicker out there for second down with 35 seconds to go? He cannot stop it. Obviously, he's out of timeouts, so he must kick it right now.
Clock stopped at 35 when all the confusion was going. At this point, Florida State realized they shouldn't have called a timeout.
The clock was stopped, and it can't be stopped, right?
They had stopped it because they thought it was a timeout.
So the touchdown apparently does not count, but Andrews nails the field goal. 19 yards on the field goal. They were penalized, Pat, just when you said that they should be penalized for calling the timeout. We get clarification. They were. The officials were confused as to when they did it. Touchdown does not count. That's what happened in that sequence. So it came back, and the field goal was kicked. But now, can't Coach Ford be asking the referee why they didn't mark it off? Let's go downstairs to Pat O'Brien. Pat?
Brent, the word here now is that the 25-second clock was not started. They blew the whistle, but because of the crowd noise, they didn't hear it. That's from the officials. Let's go back to you.
Not sure.
And get the pass.
Williams back, throws it. Cooper in the air and could not hold on, and that will do it. Florida State comes to Death Valley and stages a terrific second-half comeback to gain back a measure of respect. They lost a couple of weeks ago in the Orange Bowl in Miami when they were wiped out 31-0. Here they were behind by 7, being badly outplayed at the half. And they get some huge plays from their special teams. That has been a trademark of Bobby Bowden's coaching success through the years.